All right. Something, the Beatles. We're just going to jump right into the at-tempo demo. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. That was with a pick. 3, 4. 2, 3. One more time. Okay. All right. Kill a metronome. So I'll try to make this brief. This is from Abbey Road, the Beatles, 1969. If you're listening to a recording, I bet your mom or dad probably have a recording of Abbey Road or of a Beatles' Greatest Hits album with something in it. The main thing is that the thing you're learning in this is it's another bend exercise. The main thing about this is with this lead, especially if you listen closely to the recording, it comes up. It's a repeated phrase in the recording that's a repeated phrase. The main thing you want to get the feel of is that it is a half, and you'll notice if you look at your music, there's one of those hooky lines. It's like a arrow that goes up from the tablature, and there's a symbol that looks like 1/2, and that a half bend. Whenever you see that in notation, a half bend means I'm taking whatever note wherever I'm at. It's 12 in this case. We're going from 12, and we're going to make that sound like the very next fret. That's a half bend. Semitone is another name for it. It's a half tone or a half bend. Whole tone would be 2 frets. So if you see just the bend with no note or with the number 1 next to it, that means you would be bending it from, instead of 12 becoming this B note, instead of that becoming a C, you're going. So B, B, C. If you were doing a whole bend, you'd be going from B to C sharp. You just would be bending harder. So, half, whole. All right. So that's the main thing. That is something that you'll have to work on with just your feel and your strength, of course, to get it bent that hard. You're going to get used to listen. The thing that will help you the most is that you know that the basic notes are. It's B. Oh dear. B. C. That's an A. Forgive me. My brain. So A is what that 10. The B string at 10 is an A. The next note is a C sharp. If you were doing no bends, you would just play A, C sharp, that's at 13, and then back to A, and then you would go half steps up. A sharp, B, C. But the expression is such that you will not actually play the C sharp at 13. You're going to use the B to bend it, just like it's written. Okay, so, and it falls. So that's another difference in this technique, is that instead of bending up, you're bending down. You're starting with the note bent. You're starting with the C sharp and falling. That's a pretty cool little technique. What you've been doing with Rumble and with Suzy Q was you would fall, and then you would bend up, and then you play the next note. But with this, you're actually, instead of going, you're not playing bend up, bend down. You're not going. You're not doing. And that's actually, now that I think about that, we'll have to take a look at your music, because it should not show a bend up. And I believe that it does. So I'd like that to be I'd like that to be a ghost, or there are different terms for it, but I'd like that to be a ghost. I don't want you to play that bend up. I want it to start as if you were there already, because that's what it sounds like in the recording. It doesn't sound like, it doesn't go woo. There's not all that warbly. It just sounds like it falls. So make sure you don't make the mistake of bending up and then bending down. I talk too much. Thank you.